Shakila Binte Rahman, lecturer, Accounting Department, Islamia College. Today, I am in front of you with the subject of Principles of Accounting for the class BBA Professional first semester students. Now, today we are going to discuss about the recording process. So, starts the class. What is the recording process? In accounting, the recording process is the first steps or the most important steps for all of the students of accounting. This is the process where we can analyze an entry or a transaction into two parts. One is debit and another is credit. And then we post it to the primary books, that is in the journal books. So, if we do this process, we have to discuss two things. One is debit and another is credit. You have to, at first, you have to analyze a transaction into two parts. One is debit and another is credit. And then you will post the data into journal entries. So, this starts. Today, I am going to do a math from your book, Principles of Accounting, and it is a examination questions that we can do. So let's start. Okay. On the 1st January 2007, Mr. Litton started a business with cash taka 20,000 and furniture worth 5,000 as capital. In this transaction, it is said that Mr. Litton has started his business with two elements or two primary capital, which is cash taka 20,000 and furniture for taka 5,000. Actually, when a business owner started a business with anything, it is called her capital, and then we will post it as a capital. So, if you do this journal, you have to consider all of two items as his capital, and the transaction is cash account debit, furniture debit, and the Litton's capital is credit. So starts from now. Mr. Litton started business with cash 20,000 taka and furniture 5,000 taka. This was the transaction, and now we have to determine two parts of this transaction. One is the debit portion and another is the credit portion. We can see which items he has bought to the business is cash 20,000 and furniture 5,000. So these two items are assets. Though we know assets are always debit, and the capital, though he bought this item to the business, it will be considered his capital. So the transaction will be journalized as below. Cash debit, furniture debit, and Litton's capital. returns capital credit. Cash account is for 20,000 taka. Furniture account is for 5,000 taka, and total combination, that means 20,000 plus 5,000 is total 25,000. 25,000 as his capital. So it was the first transaction when he started his business, and this date was January 1. Now come to the next transaction. January 2 opened a current account with Islami Bank, taka 5,000. Opened a current account. With Islami Bank, taka 5,000. Here we can see that when he opened his current account to the bank, it is also his asset, and this asset is named as bank, and another portion is his cash, taka 5,000 was gone from him. So one asset is come in and another asset is come out from him. So the transaction will be bank account is debit and cash account is credit. There we can see that one asset is replaced by another asset by he opened an account, that means he has a bank account which is his current asset, and another current asset is cash is gone for this amount. So one asset is come in and another asset is come out. That's why the bank account is debit and the cash account is credit. Okay, students, so come to the next point. Cash purchase, taka 3,000. Here we can see that the cash purchase is taka 3,000. We also know that when a transaction indicate that here is a transaction which is occurred by a cash, so this is analysis in two part, which is first one is this is for cash and another is this is a purchase. This is a purchase. So if this is a purchase, it is an expense for this company. Though this is an expense for an company, so it would be the debit. And another one is the cash amount is an asset for a company or asset for a business. So if the cash amount or asset amount reduced, we also put it as credit. Okay, so for this the purchase account will be debit and the cash account will be credit. Okay, here need an explanation for above the transaction. So if you do the explanation, you have to summarize your entry and then put it as an explanation under the transaction, just omitting the amount, and then it will be an explanation under the transaction. Okay, here I go. January 7, cash sales taka 4,000. see that this business has a sales on cash, or that means this product have been sold with cash account. So if you analyze this data, we have two items. One is sales and another is cash. Cash is an amount of an asset portion and the sales is an amount of an revenue portion. We know that the revenue portions are always credit and the cash is an asset portion and the asset portion is always debit. So the debit portion will be the cash and sale will be the credit. So the cash account is debit for 4,000 taka and the sales account is credit for this 4,000 taka. And if you do this, one item is just a little bit space from this another item. It is shown that one item, first item is debit and second item is credit. Okay, so I think, my dear students, you will understand this transaction. So come to the next transaction. January 10, sold goods to Eva and Company, taka 2,500. Here we can see that sold goods, that what does it mean? It means we have sold our merchandise, we have sold our finished goods to the accounts receivable or to the buyer. Okay, this is our Eva company. Its name is Eva company. Here the Eva company indicates that this sales is a credit sales. When we see that a name is in the beside of a sales, when you see that a name is beside of a sale option, it means that this sale is on account or due in due. So we can say that there is a two portion. One is sold or sales and another is Eva company. That means Eva company is our account receivable or debtors, from where we can have money in future. That's why this is our assets and these assets will be debit. And another is sold. If we sell any product, then we do sales options as credit. So we can say this transaction as like below. Accounts receivable, Eva company is debit for 2,500 taka. And another portion is sales. Sales revenue or just only sales. Sales revenue is for 2,500 taka, and this is revenue, and that's why we posted it in credit portion. Okay. Now come to the next point. 15. Paid on account payable taka 2,000. Paid on account. Payable transaction, we can see that the company has paid his accounts payable or to the creditors for taka 2000. What does it mean? We are liable, we are owed to someone whom we have to pay in future, and now we have paid him. We have paid him for previous any due transaction, due purchase. Okay, now we have to count two part of it. That means which portion will be the debit and which portion will be the credit. We can see that the accounts payable, and we can see that the paid. Paid means we have paid him or her in cash. Okay, so we can see that this portion will be as cash portion, and this portion will be accounts payable. Accounts payable. So we know that when a accounts payable create, it will be our creditors, and all the creditors are credit. And if we paid him, it will rather than not my accounts payable, it will be omitted from this account. So that's why we are going to omit this accounts payable by doing it debit. And another portion, though we have paid him in cash, so the cash account will be credit. So the accounts payable will be debit, for 2000 taka, and the cash account will be credit for 2000 taka, and the cash account will be 2000 taka. That's why we have paid and creditor. So that's why our cash taka has been gone from us, and that's why the cash account is credit, though our accounts payable is not existing more than this time. So we have to omit accounts payable from the account, and that's why we are doing accounts payable debit. Okay. Next point is purchase goods from Rahman and Brothers taka 4000 is 22. January 18, purchase goods. Goods from Rahman and Brothers. Taka 4000. Taka 4000. We can see this transaction that purchase goods from Rahman and Bro. That means we have purchased, and this is in credit. That's why this name is used in this transaction. When we see a name besides a purchase or besides a sales, we have to remind that this transaction is on credit. Okay, so we can see that this purchase is also on credit. So we will create an creditor. Account's name is Rahman and Bro, and the purchase is always an expense to us. That's why the expense will be the purchase. So the purchase will be the debit. Purchase is debit, and the accounts payable we can put his name Rahman and Bro, and Rahman and Brothers actually. So the purchase account is debit, and the accounts payable Rahman and Brothers is credit. So 4000 taka. Okay, so I think you have understood what I am saying. cash received from accounts receivable taka 2000. Cash received from accounts receivable. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable taka 2000. So see this transaction, cash received from accounts receivable taka 2000. Here two questions is, one question is cash received and another question is accounts receivable. Who is our account receivable? Account receivable is those or are those who have to pay us for our sales or for our credit sales, and for this we have an account of assets which is accounts receivable, which have we paid before when the transaction was occurred, and then this transaction from this transaction we have getting money, and now we have to reduce these assets and it will be replaced by cash, because one asset is reducing and another asset is coming with this item. Though the cash the cash is coming from this transaction, the cash account will be debit, and another assets, that means the accounts receivable is reducing, and then accounts receivable will be credited, because we know when asset is increased we do it as debit, and when asset is decreasing we do it as credit. Okay, so the cash is debit for 2000 taka, and accounts receivable we will put his name Rahman. Sorry, there is no accounts receivable names, only 2000. This is the transaction. If you do it at home by explaining two major facts, one is debit and another is credit. We know every transaction has two sides or two accounts. One account is debit account and another is credit account. So if you want to do better in realizing the transaction, at first you have to understand what is debit and what is credit, or that means which items are debit, which items are credit. So you have to practice more and more in your home. So yeah, we can see that the cash account is debit and the account receivable is credit. And now next portion is paid cash for rent taka 1000. Paid cash for rent taka 1000. Here students, we can see that we have paid, we have expended money for the rent. Rent is also a account and another cash is also an account. So we can see that one asset item is gone from us and another expense has occurred for this. So the expense will increase and the asset have the expense will increase and the asset will decrease. So the expense will be debit and the assets will be credit. So we can say that the rent account. We have to not to put this direct amount. Rent account is debit and the cash account is credit. So we can see that one item is replaced by another item. One item is cash account and another is rent account. The rent account is an expense. That's why we make it as debit, and the another portion is cash account. This is our asset and it has gone from us. So we have put it as our credit. Okay. Next, item. Next item is paid cash for salary 500 taka. Paid cash for salary. Salary for 500 taka. From this transaction we can see that we have paid our salary. If we paid salary, first of all our cash amount will be reduced, and another portion is just like as before transaction. Here we paid for the rent here, and now we are paying for this salary. So both are expense account. Though both are expense account, both are debit, and for this and our cash account has been reduced, and so the cash account will be the credit. Okay, so the salary account will be debit 500 taka, and cash account will be credit 500 taka. In this transaction we can see that all the expense when occurred or increased we posted in journal as debit portion. Okay, from this summary we can say that all the assets, all the expense, all the cost drawings are treated as debit item, and another portion, income or revenue or liability. This is not or, this is individual part. Liability, capital. These portions is treated as credit portion. Treated as credit item or credit portion, you can say anything. Okay. So drawings. What is drawings? This is a new item. I didn't say it before. The drawings is a amount or product or cash which was taken by the owner of the business. If a owner taking something from his business, this is called drawings. Okay, and the capital is when an owner give anything to the business. This is called capital. So debit and credit analysis is very important for journalizing a transaction. You have to do better if you have the proper knowledge about debit and credit. So my dear students, today's class is just, and I hope you all are very well at your home. I am ending this class in that moment, and we will see another class with another topic. Thank you very much for joining my class.